Hey Taurus, TT here with another channel message. For all of my Taurus placements, whenever you are guided to this reading, trust and know that this reading is intended for you. All my readings are timeless. So whenever you are guided to watch it, that's when you are intended to see it. If it does not resonate, just take it as it doesn't apply. Let it fly. And if you are new, welcome to our growing love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you are returning, welcome back, you guys. So today's channel message, Spirit wants to talk to those of you that have dreams, aspirations. Got a lot of dreams. You have a lot of aspirations. You've been receiving a lot of downloads and confirmations about these dreams coming into fruition. Okay. Whatever you've been wishing for, just know that it's coming true. Okay. So if you're a Taurus, any placement in your chart, or you're a part of the collective, okay, because I do feel like there is a sense of a collective message also in this. So whatever you're about to realize in regards to what genuinely makes you happy, whatever it is that you do to fulfill you, whatever it is that you do that brings you joy, okay, remaining optimistic throughout this time is going to be very important. There is a great reward for whatever this achievement that you're about to receive. Spirit is asking that you remain in high confidence, that you don't allow everyday life challenges to distort your energy, because Spirit is making me see like a flame, okay? And this flame is like, it's fire. All right, it's your passion, it's your desire, it's your wishes, your ambitions, and you're stoking this fire. So the wind element is making me think of swords, right? Which are also thoughts, which are also communication, forms of communication, whether that be intercepted or your own. So while you're fanning this, Spirit is saying, try to remain calm, try to remain level-headed, because I do feel like anytime you stop fanning the fire dwindles, right? What you're asking for dwindles. What you desire starts to fade. So in the culmination of this, or whatever it is that you're cultivating, giving birth to, I feel like this is something that you're creatively inspired to do. All right. It has a lot to do with your wealth. It has a lot to do with your overall happiness or joy in regards to your welfare of your home and your stability, your everyday life. The energy that I pick up here that's different is you're no longer, for those that resonate with this, you're no longer seeking to acquire the financial success just to maintain your lifestyle or your stability. This feels like Taurians that are really diving into the creator aspect of who they are, the creative aspect of what they would like to do. You know what I'm saying? So your intentions have really morphed into something different. Your intentions have really shifted from security and stability to, abundance and wealth. And I feel like many of you're making your health your priority, which is in turn supplying and generating and cultivating your wealth generationally, as well as specifically. You know what I'm saying? You could be a businessman or businesswoman. You could be someone that's about your business. Okay, you do not play when it comes to your reputation. I feel like you really plan for not just today, but like, I'm seeing this image where you have like a goal, you have a target in mind, okay? And you're thinking of innovative ways to make sure you hit your mark, okay? So this is like someone hasn't even factored in, okay, if that doesn't work, I have plan I have plan B and C. It's like you see plan A and you come up with ways to assure that plan A sees it to the other side, or that plan A sees it all the way through. So that is because you're stoking this fire, you're stoking this flame. You know what you've been told. Okay, teacher, you know what you've been shown. You know what the messages or downloads or creative inspiration that you've been given. And that's period. So let's get into this channel message. I mean, we're already channeling, but let's get into your oracle cards. Channel messages for my Taurus collective. Those that are guided to this reading, Great Spirit. So a part of nurturing this, Taurus, is nurturing yourself. That's what I see here. Caring, connection. Something is being cultivated. Okay. When I also see this card, yes, it does depict two people. Okay. So you and someone else are cultivating this. I'm seeing like, you know, you're blowing life into this. You're breathing life into this situation. But also when I see these flowers, this is letting me know that you really care about this and you're willing to make whatever changes there is to make to allow it to grow beautifully. Okay. Now I see with the 5 here that you are aware that it comes with its ups and downs. You are aware that it's not going to be perfect, but like we can get through the storm. Okay. With the right community and the right environment, as long as there's no distractions, you can balance out your masculine and feminine from both perspectives. For those of you where this is involved with another relationship and you are manifesting, you know, a relationship that is new. Okay. For those of you that are manifesting a relationship that's new and this is what you desire, I feel like you're going to experience a lot of storms that's going to balance you out as the individual, which will prepare you for the right person. Because we also have 22 here, okay? Mastering how to be in a relationship, how to coexist, how to flow or ebb and flow, yin and yang type of energy. The little storms or challenges that are coming towards you or will be coming towards you, you're going to have mastered the self so much to the point where you just automatically know how to transmute it. You know what I'm saying? Like the negativity thrown at the relationship, you know how to move. You know, whatever's coming in the air element through communication, your own thoughts, your own subconscious, you know how to immediately eradicate that thought. So I feel like on some level with community here and coffee, I feel like things could be going really well. Like a lot of you may meet someone new, like at a coffee shop or while you're in a community. Community is really making me feel like going out. So for those of you that are manifesting a relationship, going out, Taurus, in the community that is associated with your inner peace. So for example, let's say you like to type or do your work at Starbucks, or you like to do your work at coffee shops, or, you know, fusion, whatever it is that you do. Something about that environment is going to be the storm that brings that person or you guys together. I'm also hearing for those of you where you are relocating, in order to foster a more healthier relationship with your person, when you relocate, things are going to be a lot calmer. All right, I just heard Hallelujah Mountains. So this is making me feel like you're going to be around a beehive or a tribe of people that desire the same thing. Anytime that you know, some of you may be wanting to move to a better area code as well. I am seeing that. There is something about healing, all right? Always being aware of what needs to be healed allows you to transmute it a lot faster and start on stable ground. So when you see something festering up, not to let it linger, okay? We have endings, behind a mask, and healing. So you're about to finally get clear on what lies beneath. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, but something about what lies beneath the surface. What's creating the damage. All right, some of you. something about a facade that I'm picking up on here. No longer trying to be perfect or trying not to. It just gets them picking up this energy of wanting to avoid arguments, like wanting to. I just want a relation. I'm hearing someone say, like, I just want a relationship where I don't have to argue. I just want a relationship where we just go together, or I just want a relationship where there's no disruption. I'm tired of relationships where there's like unhealed people. I'm tired of relationships where there's unexpected things happening that don't even involve you guys, but it's something that keeps finding its way into your homes. There's this, like, I'm just tired of the drama. I'm tired of the self-destructive behaviors. I don't want a relationship. Okay, I'm seeing someone making a wish of like the type of relationship that they want. They're putting happiness, they're putting cheer, they're putting positive energy in, they're optimistic. They want it to be successful, right? Okay, but yin and yang energy tells us that as you are putting in all the great attributes, and that's the only aspect that you want to have, then you are intentionally creating a false reality or a false mask. Okay? I know. That is a false mask. That is a false narrative, right? We all are here on a healing journey, right? We all are here on this planet. And on this planet, we have trauma. We have wounds, right? We've been through things. We have past life trauma. We have present life trauma. We have things that we're not even aware of, right? But in this realm, we live in a realm of duality. So when a disagreement arises, okay, disagreements are just what they are. We will disagree. I may not agree with another reader or another teacher, but just because we may not agree or have the same perspective doesn't make anything that they're saying not true. And it doesn't make anything that I'm saying not true. It just means we've both been given a perspective to interpret, and we both have something important to say. It's still a necessary spectrum or a necessary aspect of communication, the element of air, right? So I'm seeing that there's a very firm red flag, right? This red flag is I work super hard to avoid the breakdown of a connection. And I've associated that the breakdown of a connection begins when you start disagreeing, right? When you start having differences of opinion, right? This thought comes up, the mind, right? And you're like, oh no, that person's not healed. We have a different perspective. Oh no, that person is, I can't see them for who they are because I can only see the mask that I created or the lens that I created for myself to view life in, reality in. I'm unable to see more than one perspective. I'm unable to see more than one aspect of the same message or the same reality. Okay. And with ending, Spirit is saying that's where something keeps getting perpetuated. Okay. That's where the chaos is being created. And there's this narrative where community is also your social group, your social environment. So someone could be saying, that this is what it's supposed to be like. Okay. This could be through, people sharing their relationship stories and how they say they never argued or they never had this or they never had that. I feel like Spirit is kind of showing me in both of these aspects that the idea that disagreements won't arise, the idea that you will never argue, the idea or belief that you will have nothing but calm waters in any relationship is an illusion. It is a false narrative. It's a way to feel safe, right? And it's a way to push anyone away that doesn't suit the mask that you want to be perceived as. But it's like everybody else has to be okay when you have your bad day. Everyone else has to understand when you have your bad day that you're going through something. But do you carry the same level of empathy for other relationships in your life? Or is it like, that's it, I'm done? Because I do feel like what's being stirred up here is you're being triggered. You're being triggered. It's showing you what you need to heal. It's showing you where you self-sabotage. It's showing you where you have created this persona to really protect a very scared person. Okay? A very scared little boy, a very scared little girl behind the persona. And then when the hostility comes by way of friends, family, romantic situations, you become technically the victim, because you can't see how this is also an aspect of yourself, like a storm is moving, but it takes time to brew. You see what I'm saying? It has to be worked up. And the only way something can be worked up is someone got to be willing to trigger you, right? Someone has to be willing to show you that you are wearing the mask at times, just like everyone else at times may wear theirs. It makes us feel safe, but it is an illusion, and it is a false comfort. And for those of you that can't resonate with that at the same time, this is also a persona of like how we show up for our roles as parents, our roles as brothers, uncles, fathers. Those roles are our personas. Sometimes being overly concerned with the welfare of others creates this persona that we live up to. And when we can't maintain that role that we've created, that narrative that we created as titles of expectation, we become let down. And then sometimes it will lead to saying like, oh, I already knew that was going to happen. Or I could already foresee that it wasn't going to work out. Right? Because the truth of the matter is there was never any patience there to begin with. All right? Healing is saying that you don't want anyone poking at these. Your persona, right? Your ego. That illusion, you don't want nobody poking at that and saying that that's something that needs to end, or you got to stop doing that. Because it's easier to say it's the person outside of you perpetuating this drama in your life. It's the person outside of you. And caring connections encompasses everyone. Parents, siblings, right? Extended family, romantic relationships. All of this is still relationship. It's still love. And it's only where there is people that you love that have the ability to spark this fire in you that makes you want to like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? And it's normal. And Spirit wants you to understand that it's a reflection. It's a reflection. It's a mirror image of yourself. Hostilities. When you're hostile, they're hostile. You know what I'm saying? When they're overthinking, you're overthinking. Someone has to stop projecting the mirror. Find the source of what it is that needs to be healed. Heal it for yourself so it can stop being projected or reflected into the world around you, you know, back and forth. But like this energy of like isolating yourself and just shutting people out is creating more storms. That's essentially what it's saying. It's like it's creating more havoc, or is creating more, helping to create it. That's all I can see here. You're giving birth to it in abundance. You're giving for whoever resonates with this. So what I see here is that Spirit is saying, if you're going to wish for the great things, okay, be flexible. Okay, I'm not sitting here telling you, oh, you got to expect the worst. I'm saying is be flexible, right? If I tear a piece of paper, right? If I tear a piece of paper without cutting it with scissors, it's not cookie cutter. The paper will have ridges. The paper will have a zigzag line. Even our pulse mimics a fluctuation, right? Everything is measured in ups and downs, ebbs and flows. It's in the frequency. So a part of this is understanding that sometimes there needs to be a discussion brought up. Sometimes there needs to be an argument so you can get you can get it out, right? But you don't feel safe to even really be your true authentic self at times because we're trying to fit this persona or this perspective that we never have to argue, we never have to have this. I'm not saying somebody should be knocking you upside the head. What I'm saying to you is that realize that this is a state of mind, a state of being, a real estate. It's in the vessel, it's in your temple, vice versa, and it wants to be balanced, you know. Now the question is, who do you have to talk to about these things? You know what I'm saying? If you can't talk to one another, if you can't go directly to the person because everybody is so damn sensitive, nobody wants to be talked to real anymore. They want to be handled delicately. They want to be handled in a way, yes, there's boundaries, right? But it's unhealthy to cut yourself off from people, right? It's unhealthy because we are codependent to a degree, okay? When I say codependent, hear me out. Would you be able to exist on this realm if you were not dependent on the oxygen coming into your nostrils and being able to fuel your lungs? That's a level of codependency. Would you be able to survive without food? That's a level of codependency. There is always a level of something that we do not want in excess already existing. So, in order to create a new wish, right? In order to manifest a new dream or a new reality, you got to be willing to go into the shadow, right? You got to be willing to end something, heal something, work on something. And if that person has things that they need to work on, as a mirror, true statement, right? As a mirror, the flame or the spark that was ignited at the same time, y'all are part of a pod, right? And when I say that, that's your best friend, that's your friends, that's your close lovers, you know what I'm saying? Or people that you just feel like you just mesh with, but they may irritate you. You may fight like siblings. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, the only places we accept certain types of arguments is when we're playing a game, right? All gloves come off. Ain't nothing personal when you playing dominoes or a game, or when you playing a video game, right? But when you come to your love relationship, it's like, I never want to have to experience the downside of something, and that's not really realistic. It creates a lot of pressure. All right. Because it creates this feeling of like, oh snap, I'm gonna lose somebody. It's important that we be ourselves. You know, that's what I see here. So while you are manifesting new love, or you are reconciling with someone you love and care about, make a commitment. Okay, make a commitment to talk. Okay, make a commitment to talk about things before you go to bed. Make a commitment with yourselves and no one else. Because I feel like there's something about time and not having enough time, or everyone's schedule being different. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. See, my children right now, they out there getting, worked up. They playing a video game, okay? They fighting. So we have, let's see. Introvert accident. And it's all a part of the process. There's some type of propaganda. You know what I'm saying? There's some type of propaganda happening socially. I feel like this is socially. We have protests, homeless, death, gain. And this protest makes me feel like, where it's like anybody that can't maintain a certain status quo, let them go. You know what I'm saying? There's some type of program or narrative being spent out into the community. All right. This could be social media. But there's like a narrative where it's like abandon ship over and over again. And these people are really pushing for like some type of propaganda. Okay. You know, like, oh, you get there faster if you go alone. You know what I'm saying? It's to disconnect or break down your relationships or your connections, to end them. You know what I'm saying? With gain and death. Like, in order for you to succeed in life, you're going to have to drop this, drop that. And I believe boundaries are firm and boundaries are healthy. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is boundaries are healthy. But boundaries does not mean you never try again. You know what I'm saying? You don't. And this is not going to resonate for everybody, because not everybody is on a journey of self-love and self-healing and being, generational curse breakers and being that person or that earth angel that has been given a very difficult road in more than one aspect. Not everyone's on that journey, right? But this is a deep need for shadow work, to constantly keep a balanced ego. And I feel like it's going to reap some good harvest here. There's some shadow work. What is this? This mask? What's this mask? What's the persona? Eternal love. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say disturbance? Irritation, supernatural. Let me just set this on the camera for a second. Irritation, disturbance. All right. Some people refer to it as a hag riding you, having a chip on your shoulder, something seen or unseen plaguing you. All right. In other instances, it could be your inner child. But in this situation, obscure, irritation, supernatural. So pay attention to your mood. Pay attention to your mood. You got bully here. And it could be like picking on you. Trying to pick on you. Make you feel like you're not perfect. Make you feel like you don't have the love you want. There's a lot of things that, or you shouldn't have never let this happen. Or you keep failing and making the same mistake. You break up to make up. Whatever it is, there's something like that is really like riding a person. This is just very disturbing. I mean, literally, you have this figure on a person's back, creating a burden. All right. Supernatural. Consistency, eternity, soulmate. So someone may be really like trying to put their like bury their thoughts, okay, in order to show up for a relationship, or in order to you have soulmate here. Like, I want to be the best version of myself for this person, which is external, right? External love. But it's also eternal love here. Eternity, wanting to have something forever. And the fear of not being able to have it forever is also a false mask. Because truth of the matter is, if you look here, we all get old, and we all, may unexpectedly pass away, or we may unexpectedly no longer have each other. But the real question is, are they really gone? Why is there so much pressure on soulmate relationships? You know what I'm saying? Wanting to be the best person for someone else, but there's something going on. Like, someone could be smiling, but something is taunting them, and something is making them feel unsure about themselves. So let's see what this is. What's this healing about? We have goodness, humanness, morality. Okay, there may be a need for prayer. Someone could be extremely prideful, and they could have, a spirit of pride on them. Who knows? What needs to be healed, Spirit? Schedule. Management, plan, organize. So somebody feel like they're getting older. They're running out of time. And someone hasn't healed. So let's say, for example, if you are in no contact with someone, the longer that you're waiting, right? You're waiting with time here. Okay? Your plan to be married by the age of 50, or your plans to be married by the age of 40, or have this or have that. By the age of a stipulation, a schedule, there's a timeline here. And not being able to plan accordingly, or know of a surety that something will be yours, it's like disturbing your peace. It's like riding you, taunting you, like, you know what, I'm foolish for waiting for this person. I'm foolish for sticking around this person. I'm also seeing another energy where there's another person here where they wish they had more time with someone before they passed away. That could be a disturbance as well. Trying to pick on someone because they wish they had more time. We have death here. So someone may not want you on the supernatural realm to benefit from what they weren't able to, the demons they weren't able to conquer while they were alive. And they could very well be not wanting you to experience love relationships. Okay, the demons that taunted that person could be taunting you as well. This could also be generational. All right, we have fate here. Okay, so there is some type of taunting here where you may have been told this by a fortune teller or someone that reads cards, that there's something on you, or there's something that that's supernatural that needs to be healed, something in your subconscious. For others, there's just this, I just see so many faces. You know what I'm saying? It's like so many faces, like chatter. It's like so many faces are like peering up, and I just hear everyone prayers. Please let this be more time for this, or please let this person hurry up. Like, there's just this sense of urgency, like losing time or not having enough time. And it's like creating a monster. And that monster is like laughing at you. Okay, there's also this monster that's like negative talk, saying things like, laughing at you like, oh, you're never going to get that person, or before you know it, that person's going to leave you. You only got a little bit of time. And so someone's pushing themselves to work super hard to be perfect. And that's a facade that they will not be able to upkeep. So in turn, creating fate. Fate is the will based off the choices that have been given to you, or the choices that you have made that created the fate in the wheel in which it spins. Like I spoke about yesterday, talking about going against the grain, you become the author, right? I don't believe anyone is doomed to any fate when they become aware that they have the power to redirect the wheel or to change course, right? If you are the co-creator of your life, and you have been told that based off a series of choices or the lack thereof that this is what's going to karmically happen, you are now aware that if you utilize your time efficiently, you can start healing certain things. But if you never make time to heal them, then yes, you will be doomed to repeat the same fate. If you never sit down and actually, work on that shadow work, if you never commit to it, but you're doing all the other busy work, you can dust the furniture all day, you can mop the floor, you can clean up your house, but if your mind ain't right, if your soul ain't right, if your spirit ain't sitting well with you, everything is spiritual before it's physical, then it's only a matter of time. And you are the one creating the will. But you have here eternal love, eternity, consistency, soulmate. So if someone has a fear of dropping the ball as well, I'm seeing that, or feeling doomed for things to end the same way, this is a very strong message for those that are like breaking generational curses or hexes that may have perpetuated by bloodline or by projection. Someone also has a fear of like being fated to die like someone else or the same way. There's a lot here. And a lot of times this could be disturbance as well. Like for example, when you see a pattern of like, let's say everyone, all the women in your family are single. Okay. They never married. It can create this disturbance, this doom and gloom where you're like, oh, I wouldn't be surprised, my entire life, everyone in my family never got married. They never experienced love, or their relationships didn't work. Yeah, that disturbance is going to play on you. It is going to bully you and taunt you and make you feel like you can't make a wish. I heard Make-A-Wish Foundation. What was the name of that movie where you could just see, how you just see someone's mood change? They'll be so happy, like stealing people's joy or messing up people's dreams. So this could be a dream catcher or a dream stealer, an energy, or it's in your shadow. A lot of times it'd be a lot lurking in your shadow and you don't even realize that you the person. You ain't take off your mask. You could feel like you have. All right. But as long as you think it's external to you, you will never work on what's internal. And that's what I see here. It's only a matter of time. Making time for your spiritual practices is necessary in a world where in order for you to gain in life, you got to die. In a world where in order for you to experience peace, you got to wait till you retire and die. Someone has come at the end of that time and they're just like, you know what? I never got to experience my love relationship. I never got to do this. But it's something about fate. That's what fate means. It's a prediction. It's 369. It's something that I can concur will happen based off a series of actions or a state of energy. When you are in a state of this vibration, then it's only if and then hypothesis. There is nothing else to scientifically pull off of. You haven't gone against the grain. So technically, until you switch, that narrative, there's a lot of energy here where someone's like, I watched my family. They had the, I watched my parents. They had the best love relationship. So you hold a high bar to what that's supposed to look like. But your parents may not ever tell you the real shit that they went through because they kept it to themselves. It was nobody else's business. They didn't project that out into the community, or they didn't share it with no one else. Now, let's say, for example, you're like, how did that person do it? Well, my dad worked super hard. He worked and worked and worked until the day he died. He was on time. He was well planned, well groomed, organized. This is the list of things that it takes to be a man, because I'm holding it to a picture of perfection that I have in my father, right? And the moment that someone isn't able to maintain that, they're no longer worthy or worth your time. But what if I told you that that father potentially died feeling like they never got to live their life, feeling like they lived their entire life for their family, and they wish they had more time to experience life, to watch their children grow, to be able to sit there and have the little times, I'm also seeing here where someone's father doesn't want for their child to have to go. Let's say your father wasn't there. Someone's father doesn't want their child to have to repeat the same cycle that they repeated. They want you to be able to be that one in your family where you're able to heal your relationships and not be fated or doomed to die young because of health or the lack of money. They don't want you to survive. So if it means moving away and ending something in one place, so because nothing can grow there, in order to go to new lands and no longer struggle to maintain your lifestyle and really have the opportunity to really be free. Okay? Especially in the US of A's, okay? Nowadays, the purpose of life is to leave a name for yourself or acquire generational wealth. But is that really living? Or is that just the fate that was given? Because it looks like from the other side, they want you to get out there and live. They don't want you to shy away from getting out there, interacting with people, watching the fruits of your labor, like you're enjoying it, being able to witness it, experience it while you're here on earth. And they want you to know that they're always with you. And if that's the facade that they created for you and made you feel like that's everything and the only thing worth living for, that ain't living, baby girl. Okay, baby boy, baby girl, that ain't the only thing. Because there's a lot that you don't know. There's a lot of things that happen behind closed doors that weren't so pretty. But you wouldn't know that because they didn't disturb the rest of the world. They didn't. They just chose to work it out together. So you kept being able to live with a certain reality, facade. You understand? Mask. They want you to make a wish. Make a wish foundation is all I keep hearing. Make a wish foundation. And whatever your wish is, it's about to manifest. Remain optimistic. Don't let your demons bully you, control you, or make you feel like you are running out of time, needing more time. Nothing is more important than today, in this moment. No matter how young or old you are. That's what I see here. Relaxation. You okay. You are okay. Stability, harmony, acceptance. Okay to relaxation. All right. Be gentle with yourself if you need a break. It is okay to relax. It is okay to breathe. It is okay not to be okay. It is okay to feel. It is okay to not know, be able to predict, or see so far ahead. Even in those moments where it feels like you've lost everything, or you couldn't foresee a storm coming, it will still be your blessing in disguise. It will still be happening for you and not to you. No matter what direction you go in, is what they're saying. But there's like a compilation for those of you where your parents weren't together. You created a compilation of your expectations of what eternal love looks like, or what real love looks like, based off of the community and the social environment, because you don't see much of it. So there's like an issue here. Okay. Someone as well could be very disturbed as well. There is some type of cycle trying to repeat itself, but it may not be happening through you. For somebody here, it may be happening as well with you and in a child. I don't know why I keep hearing a child. This just makes, when I see this card, it just makes me feel like a kid at school being picked on. Okay. This could be your siblings. Maybe you were always the oddball out. There's also a fear of, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want something to end. And I have these high expectations or these high hopes for a relationship, and then it just has the ability to just end. That is a fear. And the more you are allowing that fear to punk you out, or you're allowing that fear to make you feel like it ain't possible, or the worst will happen, it's going to be the shadow that makes sure it does. That's the type of shit I see here with fate here. It's going to be what the energy read. But I do feel like there's some propaganda going on, like in the state of trolls, or in the state of, you know, people leaving certain comments of repetitive rhetoric. And it's just to like, to put you in a bad mood. Didn't I say that? Just to put you in a bad mood, or make you feel like, ugh, I'm so sick and tired of this shit. How do you know how to determine your thoughts from something else? All right. Stop, drop, and roll. Do that. Do it like a pro. Stop, drop, and roll. What needs to end, Spirit? What needs to end? Save in all my love for you. Ooh. You can't the whole way through. Preservation, collection, meanness. All right. Saving your time, your money. All right. They're pretty much saying you believing that you can save yourself from wasting time creates fear. You believing that you can save yourself from ever experiencing a storm by way of doing this or not doing that is a mask. It's an illusion. It literally says end saving. Okay? Endings, saving. For some of you, I am hearing like a narrative of this is two people in here. In this belief that you got to save someone. Like, both of y'all got to be yourselves. When you meet this person, if there's a new person that you're meeting, Taurus, you got to be yourself. If this is someone that you are with or currently in a relationship with, you have to be yourself. Preservation. I'm saving myself from heartache. I'm saving myself from wasting my time. I'm saving myself for the right person. I'm saving myself so I don't get hurt. It's not allowing you to live, and it's creating a wheel. It's creating a fated series of events. I want to save myself the heartache, save myself the headache. I want to save myself whatever it is. I'm saving for a rainy day, I heard. The more you save for a rainy day, the closer you get to being broke. I'm saving all my funds till I retire. Well, how important is money to a person that's on their last few days of living? Like, okay, like this is, I'm just seeing bucket list. You got to live now. If you keep saving for the right time is never going to come. And then stresses of all directions is going to come. It's going to manifest too, like clockwork. But got to catch them all. Everyone trying to buy more time. Manage time all day long. I got to get this by this time. I got to get this by that time. You got to stay in a state of flow. All right. You make plans, but no one can what's that saying? No one laughs at jokes more than God, or something like that, or plans more than God. See? That's another timer. Putting yourself on a timer. I'm going to give myself this amount of time to do this before I start doing this. I'm going to give myself 6 years. And if that person didn't do something by 6 years, I'm out. There's just a lot of if and thens. Conclusions coming to an end. Some of you are basing your entire life on the fortune tellings. And really the person is only able to pick up what you're putting out. So until your energy shift, nothing will change. So you got endings and savings. Before you know it, you'll be saying, I spent my whole life saving for that trip I never got to take. I spent my whole life doing this just for us to be on lockdown. I spent my whole life waiting for love just to not be able to see that it was always right there in front of me. There's some type of pedestal when it comes to what eternal love looks like. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can be too tired of damn saving that you never do. You become complacent and you never go outside, or you never get to grow old, and that could be something as well. Like, just a lot of different energy here. Preparation, prompt, arrangement, readiness. Be ready, okay? Be ready for the storm. So stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You see what I'm saying? I'm also seeing someone save up for like the end of the world. It's like a lot of like someone's ready to defend themselves. Like they already got like, if this person say this, I'm gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to clap back. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to fight for my thoughts, my position. And I just feel like success, victory, and achievement. The biggest achievement is going to be, ooh, you know, really triumphant over these thoughts, being committed to breaking the what's in the shadow, okay, breaking the karmic chains. That's the real achievement really here. Otherwise, it's going to keep happening. So be sure to make sure that you're making that a priority if this is someone or something that you want. Because I just feel like some of y'all may need to quit from certain habits, okay? Quit awakening and rejection. All right, somebody may have a fear of rejection as well. So to avoid rejection, you know, a lot of times we'll pick up as sometimes readers can pick up on your own negative thoughts and just read it right back to you. And then you like, yep, that's it. They the problem. But really, if they the problem, there is also a possibility that so are you. You know what I'm saying? This is interesting. A lot of you are trying to it's family here. It's family. Family can be creating conflict as well, or these are family ties. Ties to family. All right, I do feel like a storm warning is coming, and it's coming in the form of exploiting you. Okay, some of you guys, you know, there's a lot of projection coming to you, so make sure you're protecting yourself spiritually, taking your spiritual baths, doing your spiritual work, releasing through affirmations at night, you know, affirming new ones in the morning, making it a daily practice, a daily ritual. But I feel like for the most part, it's time for you to move or go into a new direction when it comes to you may have to literally physically relocate to a new community outside of a house, outside of a certain area, because it could be, like I said, what's taunting you could be someone else's emotional state. Like, for example, let's say you living in a neighborhood, right? And your neighbor is just fucking batshit crazy. Your neighbor's energy is probably in the space too. You trying to manifest and you feeling a lot of chaos and disruption coming your way. It's coming from everywhere. Family, neighborhood, community. Community is everywhere you could think of that. Because I feel like whatever it is, this is what you want. It's like nobody wants to see us together, but it don't matter, no. All right, this could be I won't use those terms because y'all know those are trigger words. True statement, trigger statement. Twin flames make you crazy, stresses you out. Lord have mercy. Can't control each other. World card. All these majors. Look at that. 4 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune in the world. It's time for you to move to the other side of the world so you can build an empire. It's time for you to get in your car so you can perform better and you have lighter thoughts and not so much illusions and projections being sent towards you. You know what I'm saying? Get up off that. Get up and do something about it. If you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. This is really saying it's time. Wheel of Fortune, the world. You've already been told the future. For some of you, you know great things are coming. You may, Spirit is giving you, they're telling you to get ready. Prepare yourself. You're about to make a big move. All right. You don't want this, I feel like you're about to have a wish granted to you where you're going to be able to move across the world, travel. Wheel of Fortune is going to unlock a lot of money for you. And whatever was a difficult season, that's about to end. You're going to have way more money to save, but you got to get to the other side of the world. Okay? Baby girl, baby boy, you got to get... This has something to do with moving house as well, or location, stressing. If the energy ain't right, it's worth the move. You get what I'm saying? All right, some of you may as well, if you're concerned about like if you have enough time to go to the doctor, that may be a worry for you. Or if you have to like, or about medical bills or something about medical bills, not to worry about it. I feel like the answers are going to come to you. If you're meeting a lot of resistance with you like being able to, I don't know, get approved for, let's say you're trying to get approved for a house or apartment in one particular area and they keep denying you. Open your source to a wider range of locations, right? That's what I see someone doing as well. I'm also seeing if you keep having a hard time trying to get approval for, I don't know, insurance or something like that, and it's stressing you out and it just doesn't make any sense why you're meeting such resistance or obstacle. What's obstructing here? It's the perpetuation of this wheel, karma. It doesn't want you to be ready. It doesn't want you to like take off. It doesn't want you to feel prepared. It wants you to feel stressed out. It wants you to fight. It wants you to, you know, fight back or let it like take your energy away from you, okay? Like siphon your energy so you don't really feel enthused or you feel drained. Don't let these things drain you, okay? I feel like this is take control of the situation. Move your empire, move your home, move your stability is home, okay? You'll perform better, you'll reach more, and you'll be a lot happier. Away from the confusion. All right, some of you, this could be as well for someone, a substance that, what is this, cigarettes? Okay, there could be a substance here or shared substance that just is only gonna, it's not gonna end well. That's what they're pretty much saying. Savings. This may require you use a lot of your savings to see this through. You may be worried like, oh, you know, this is all I have or something like that. There's also something that may be taking a lot of time up from you being able to. It just feels like you're trying to you're trying to gather funds for something as well. This could be medical bill funds or something like that. But there's something here where you see here, it's like, come here, I'm trying to get my time back. Or, oh, I'm trying to catch this clock, okay, before I'm late, all right? And it's like, no matter how much you keep trying to do it, it's like it's pulling you spiritually away from it. You know what I'm saying? And really trying to take you down a different course, different house so you can move. Something about it's spiritual. Your investment is going to be way more profitable, making a different plan. But I feel like for whoever you are, the plan that's going to work for you it's like you may be trying to rub things together or, you know, make ends meet, but you're about to have like a large amount and they want you to like set yourself up to be where you want to be in the world, where you feel good and balanced and happy. And if that's your wish, it's their command. That's what your ancestors want you to know. They're also trying to bring a lot of money towards you, but there's something distracting you. Okay, it could be you're spending more time trying to heal and regenerate yourself to avoid disruption, argument, chaos, conflict. You're trying to avoid it so much it's slowing down your fire. So you're gonna have to allow shit to disrupt where they may. but trust that it will be, you will still be successful to, you know what I'm saying? Because I see the 4 of Wands. There's still 2, 2, 2 here. So whether someone combusts, let them. Someone have a meltdown, let them. It ain't personal unless you want it to be personal. That's what I heard. Let them be them. You focus on you. This is what real relationships are. This is what caring relationships are. You know, you're not trying to stop your brother every 5 seconds from doing something disruptive, right? And when you are doing that, trying to stop your sister or your brother from disrupting themselves, it drains you, right? So, in the same thing go in relationship. They're going to be okay. You got success, victory, achievement. It's a necessary resistance. It's a necessary resistance. You gotta let someone, you know what I'm saying? They have to find their way. All right, just keep lighting the, like, all you gotta do is just light the way. All right, but there's gonna be a need to, if you heard call to play, you got to play. You have independent. We have cat energy here. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you every way. I heard wherever you go, I will follow. So don't worry. Okay, just start doing what you know you need to do. Talking about it ain't never get you nowhere, right? Just start. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power far beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Okay? Yin and yang energy, light and dark. Revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Period. All right, Taurus, that's your message. Sending you lots of love and wisdom and guidance on your journey. Toodles.